KREM 2 weather impact alert remains in place for freezing rain and light snow falling tonight.
A brand new year means new laws. What it means for everything from the minimum wage to food assistance programs. And healthcare subsidies for millions of Americans expired at the stroke of midnight, while the state says prices are expected to keep climbing.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 on the first day of 2026. I'm Cody Proctor. Mark is off tonight. Well, today starts a new year, and that means Washington workers are seeing a spike in minimum wage, and Idaho families who rely on SNAP benefits will soon see new rules taking place for what they can buy. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy is joining us now in the newsroom tonight to break down these new laws.
Well, Washington State is the highest state minimum wage in the country, and it's now going up by nearly 50 cents. And if you live in Idaho and use SNAP benefits for grocery shopping, you won't be able to buy items like soda and candy starting next month. The Washington State minimum wage is going up from $16.66 to $17.13 an hour. The reason? State law requires the Department of Labor and Industries to calculate what the wage should be depending on the rate of inflation. Based on L&I's research, they found a 2.8% increase in minimum wage from $16.66 to $17.13 is necessary. Minimum wage workers are excited for the extra pay, while small business owners we've spoken with say they worry for how that'll impact the local economy. In Idaho, SNAP benefits are no longer going to include soda or candy. The reason comes from Idaho lawmakers passing House Bill 109 into law. It removes these items to promote healthier food options for families across the state. The Idaho Department of Health and Welfare Director Alex Adams says this is to ensure public dollars are to help preserve public health. Retailers who accept SNAP benefits have until February 15th to update all their systems to flag those items and train cashiers on the changes. Now, USDA data shows roughly 20% of SNAP purchases are on these soon-to-be banned items. Lawmakers hope those funds will go towards healthier options as a result of this change. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. In the meanwhile, there are over a dozen new laws now in effect in the state of Washington. First up, hospitals, nursing homes, and specialized outpatient services now need to have a workplace violence prevention plan to protect employees. Another new law makes employers give their employees information about their family leave benefits and make sure those benefits are easy to understand and accessible. House Bill 1524 makes panic buttons mandatory as a way to protect people from workplace sexual violence. And Senate Bill 5101 makes it so workers who are victims of hate crimes and bias incidents can use leave and safety accommodations. We have a full list of the new state laws on our website. That's KREM.com. Meanwhile, the cost of plastic bags also went up in Washington. Starting today, we'll pay 12 cents a bag. It's a part of a law passed in 2020 meant to encourage shoppers to bring their own reusable bags to stores. A study by Washington State University released last year found the law actually increased the amount of plastic waste, though. The charge for paper bags is still 8 cents. Medicare Part B premium costs are rising almost $18 a month. In Washington, premiums could go up by as much as 21%. Nearly 300,000 people bought plans through the state's health exchange last year. Now the exchange expects about 80,000 people to drop their coverage because of the higher premiums cost.
If we continue to see healthcare costs continue to go up, we're going to continue to see people losing coverage. And we're going to continue to see sort of the implosion of our healthcare system. This is not sustainable, and we have to do more.
Washington's insurance commissioners encouraging people to use the state's health plan finder to shop around and compare plans. Open enrollment runs through January 15th. Going now to our other top story tonight, our chances for freezing rain, and that's why we are calling for a weather impact alert. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Good joining us now at the Outdoor Weather Center tonight. So when we take a look at this alert, Jeremy, what exactly do we need to know?
Cody, stick with me for a second, if we can. Ready? I'm going to step off screen, but here's what you need to know. Ready?
Ooh, that was smooth.
It is that slick out here on the back patio. Obviously, I'm wearing shoes for work. Look, my pants are starting to rip, but don't tell anyone that. Live TV is crazy. All right, let's get into this because seriously, we are under that weather impact alert for freezing rain and light snow. Here on the South Hill, it is coming down as a light, heavy, thick snow that is on the border of freezing rain, but with the ground being frozen, everything is turning into ice quite quickly. Winter weather advisories remain in effect through tomorrow. Reason being, this is going to have impacts until we're warm enough that what falls from the sky is rain and melts what is on the ground. Temperatures are important here. We sit below freezing across the region, even where you're seeing some of that wintry mix down to the south. Expect this light snow mixtured mess to continue for a little while longer. Here in Spokane, we don't switch over to rain until early tomorrow morning. By then, down to the south, we're looking much better in terms of that forecast. By tomorrow afternoon, most of that rain moves up. So that morning rain and snow is just that. It's in the morning. Saturday, rain and temps in the mid-40s. Sunday, staying there as warm weather takes over.
Well, last night, a beautiful fireworks display lit up the sky over downtown Spokane. Thousands of people gathered to kick off 2026. There were, of course, those fireworks right there. There were also light shows and a lot of fun out at Riverfront Park. Across the state line, this was the show out in Coeur d'Alene. It was a clear night, so it was perfect to see the fireworks show. Coeur d'Alene actually had two fireworks shows last night. One was at 9 o'clock, the other, of course, right at midnight. However, it proved to be a different story across the Cascade Mountains in the Emerald City. Seattle welcomed the new year under a blanket of fog. That dense fog forced organizers to cancel the drone show that was supposed to accompany the fireworks. Some of the lights and fireworks at the Space Needle did manage to shine through that dense fog, still making for an impressive spectacle. However, for one child, last night's potato drop in Boise ended up with a trip to the hospital. Shortly after midnight during the New Year's fireworks show at the Idaho State Capitol, a child was struck by broken glass. According to Boise police, the glass came from windows that broke during the 20-minute pyrotechnic show. Shortly after midnight, the child was taken to a hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, there's still no word on the child's current condition or how many windows were damaged. Still ahead on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight, a fire sweeps through a crowded bar in the Swiss Alps, leading to an explosion. What we're learning about the rescue effort underway just minutes after. Then later tonight, we're taking a look back at a decades-old New Year's Day tradition. How Coeur d'Alene's been celebrating the start of the new year since 1978.